Alright guys, so Ark Extinction was just released the other day on November 6th for Steam and PC. So only PC players have been able to play, and so far there are so many bugs and glitches and just things that are ruining the game on PvP and just normal PvE. So I'm going to talk about it today and my opinion on why Ark Survival Extinction is already dying very quickly. And the game hasn't even come out on all platforms yet. It hasn't come out on Xbox, hasn't come out on PS4, and it's only out on PC at the moment, and there's so many glitches that are already killing the game. So I'm going to be talking about those today, and I want to get you guys' opinion, so let me know if there's any other glitches or bugs that I missed in the video. Make sure to just comment it down below, but let's get right into it. So the first one that's probably not really the biggest, but it's out there, the owl. So the owl was just introduced. It's a new creature in the game, and pretty much this creature, it has the ability, just like a griffin, to dive straight down. It doesn't lose that much stamina while diving, and it goes really fast while diving. On top of that, this new owl, it has the ability to temporarily freeze and then regenerate the health of different types of wild and tame creatures. So you guys are probably thinking, this is like so overpowered, like how can you literally just freeze someone that's on the ground? So I know it is very overpowered, and what happens is that once they are frozen, they can't move, they can't do anything, they can't go into their inventory, they're just stuck there, right? And when they're stuck there, you can literally surround them in anything. Spikes, you can kill them, do whatever you want, because for a moment after you freeze them, your owl freezes at the same time, but you can quickly unfreeze your owl while they're still frozen and just kill them or surround them in spikes, get them trapped, and it's very overpowered. So that is really ruining PvP, especially if you're going from hand, like combat on the ground, against a tame or an owl in the air, because the owl is obviously going to win in that situation because it can easily freeze. It can't be bola'd. It's very overpowered. So that's one thing that's kind of ruining just combat in general, PvP in general. But on top of that, it has the ability to, while something is frozen, including your tames, it has the ability to make it regen health. So while it's regenning health, the tame, it's just sitting there getting a ton of health. At first, when the game was first released, it was getting like close to 1,000, so much health very quickly. I know a lot of other YouTubers made videos on this, and they will literally tank a base with the stego and just use this owl to regen the health all the way back up and then keep raiding the base. So the wildcard developers did nerf this a lot. They made the regen a lot less, so I believe it's about 50 to 75 health per second when I was testing. That's how fast it actually goes up. So as you can see on screen right here, I have some clips of me actually freezing and regenerating this Dino's health, and as you can see, it's not like anything incredible. You can see that the health goes up around 500 when you freeze it, but it really depends on the amount of stamina as well. So if you have a lot of stamina on an owl, then whatever you're freezing, it's going to be able to freeze for longer, therefore it will go up in a lot more health. So this new freezing technique, it isn't like killing the game just because they just nerfed it and they made it better, but obviously it is very useful in PvP, if you're fighting with an owl and then you just freeze for a second and regen a ton of health. So that leads me on to the next one here, which is meshing. So meshing was in console and PS4 and pretty much every platform. You were able to mesh in Ark Survival because the game is just broken in that way. So I know a lot of PvP YouTubers, including Zanite, he made a video of him literally finding a way that you can just fly under the map and start meshing. Like, that's just incredible. It blows my mind on how the developers, they haven't figured out a way just to stop the meshing. They haven't, someone hasn't gone around the map, just looked at easy locations just to mesh in, caves. It's like, I would think before they release a game, they would have a ton of people go out on the map and just look for like an hour to see if you could find any way to mesh and fix it. But they haven't, and there's just so many ways to get under the map and raid bases from the ground up, which is just so overpowered. So meshing, hopefully they fix it. All I know is that in the last patch, they fixed a lot of the meshing. I remember there was this one spot on the side of the map that you could get under the map very quickly. I have a video of it actually. I don't know if I still have it, but if I have that video, I will play it right now. Of me going under the map with a Giga. Like literally, it's just incredible. I don't even know how to describe it. This is ruining the game, meshing, and it's just getting so many bases raided. So on top of meshing, if you guys are following the Ark Extinction and all the new dinos that are being released, the velanosaur was also released, which is a new type of creature that can shoot out literally turret bullets. It's incredible. So it doesn't use any bullets, it doesn't need anything to function except food and now stamina. So before the recent patch, you literally could equip a Venusaur on turret mode, put it down somewhere, and it would just fire. Like for so long, it would just keep firing. It didn't take food, didn't take anything, no stamina, and it would just keep firing, and it was so overpowered. So obviously these devs, they aren't PvP players, they don't know how the game works in a PvP aspect. Therefore, when the game first came out, there were so many things that were breaking the game for PvP players. So this velanosaur was a big one, but in the recent patch, they changed it so that now when you shoot a velanosaur, put it on turret mode, pretty much it just shoots by taking food away from it and as well as stamina. So when it takes away food, it's not actually taking away the food. What it's doing is it's taking away stamina from the dino, the velanosaur itself, and then for the dino to replenish all of its stamina, it takes a lot of the food to replenish that stamina. So that's how it works. So if you put a velanosaur on top of a Quetzal or a Bronto or anything, and you just equipped it with so much food, that thing is going to keep going for a long time. So obviously it needs to stop to regain stamina every now and then, and it doesn't matter how much stamina that you put into this velanosaur. I tested it out on one of my servers. I gave one of them 1,000 stamina and one with only like 200, and pretty much both of them, they shot for the same amount of time. So it looks like it takes like it doesn't take actual stamina points, it just takes a percentage of the stamina, and it goes that fast no matter how much stamina that the velanosaur has. So that is very good. The developers patched that. They made it much easier for this not to like break the game. They pretty much just fixed the game and velanosaurs itself by adding this new feature that allows it to take breaks when it needs more stamina, and it actually does take away food from the dino itself. So that helps out a lot. But don't keep that, like, don't push that aside, guys. That is very big. You can still, you know, equip a Bronto with like 20 velanosaurs, as much as the Bronto can hold pretty much with its weight, and this could be very overpowered, you know, because you can't have turrets on Brontos or any platform saddles at the moment. But with these velanosaurs, you can line them up, you know, put like 20 on a Bronto and then just demolish like tames. Like, it's so fast. Even though they have to stop for stamina, if they all shoot at a separate time, it's going to be like constant rapid fire shooting. So that's a very big one in this new game, the velanosaur. So within the next week or two, I'm going to be making a video where I try to put as many velanosaurs as possible on a Quetzal and a Bronto and see how much damage they can actually do. It's going to be incredible, so make sure you guys subscribe and turn on post notifications so that you guys know when that new video comes out. But anyways, back to the video, let's move on to the corrupted dino raiding. So I know HOD Gaming, he did this. He used corrupted dinos in order to literally raid a base. So this is a clip from HOD Gaming right now on screen, but pretty much he literally raided a base with it. It's incredible. You can take dinos, corrupted ones that are wild, lead them over to a base, and once they aggro on something like one of the structures or a tame, they will just demolish the whole base. Because if you don't know already, it doesn't matter the tame, it could be a corrupted Dilphosaur or a corrupted Giga, they all can break tech. Literally tech. That's incredible. You can break tech with a corrupted dino. That makes no sense whatsoever. I don't know how it works, but somehow it works. My input would be so that they cannot break tech. I mean, maybe metal, and they do, you know, different amounts of damages depending on the level and depending on the dino itself. But to break tech, that's a bit much, and you literally can destroy any base with this. So I would like the devs to fix it so that you can't just lead over a corrupted dino to a base and raid the whole thing. Like, that's very overpowered, and I can already see what's going to happen in Ark Extinction PvP. It's just going to be so bad. So that's pretty much my video for today, guys, talking about the extinction and how it's already dying. There's so many aspects I went over, but what they did fix, the developers, there was the tech mech, which literally you could freaking shoot rockets at a base and the tarts wouldn't shoot at those rockets, and you literally could wipe any base with a tech mech. So obviously all the things that I mentioned today, the meshing, the owls, the velanosaur, and the corrupt dino rating, they're all very, very bad things in the game, but hopefully these developers will work on it and continue to roll out patches that can fix the game and make it better by the time it comes out on console. So I just want to thank you guys for watching. What's your opinion on this? Do you think Ark is actually dying and that Extinction is going to be dead in a few weeks if they don't fix this? Because I know it will freaking die if they don't fix this. So thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video, hopefully tomorrow. Peace.